More casting for House of the Dragon, and I'm thinking this confirms they aren't going to jump right into the dance, which, thank God, that would have been a terrible, terrible mistake. House of the Dragon is about a terrible Targaryen civil war between two half-siblings set about 129 years after Aegon began his conquest of the Seven Kingdoms, so it's set in 129 AC and about 170-ish years before the books and the main show. While filming is currently underway, though they did have a quick shutdown due to a COVID outbreak on set, we are slowly getting new casting leaks. So let's talk about some new news for House of the Dragon. First, Tony Woodhead has been cast in House of the Dragon, and he is playing a knight named Rylan Mallister. This dude looks like a knight too. So rugged, so handsome. Since there is no Rylan Mallister mentioned in any lore for Dance of the Dragons, I'm guessing he's playing one of two Mallisters mentioned, either Jorah Mallister or Lyman Mallister, though certainly they could make up another character to put in the show. Wouldn't be the first time HBO did that for their GOT franchise. Sometimes it wasn't a good decision. But let's pretend they actually are sticking with the two Mallisters we know of during the dance. First, Lyman Mallister was the head of House Mallister and Lord of Seaguard during the time of King Viserys I, who reigned from 103 AC to 129 AC. There isn't a lot of backstory on him, but we know that he was around for the tourney of Maidenhall in 104 AC to celebrate King Viserys I coming to the Iron Throne. At the tourney, he was the one to finally defeat Sir Criston Cole by unhorsing him. A big deal because Cole was cleaning up at the tournament, even beating the Bamf Daemon Targaryen. Now, Jorah Mallister was the head of House Mallister and Lord of Seaguard by 131 AC, meaning that Lyman had died by that year. The Dance of the Dragons occurred between 129 AC and 131 AC, and it said that Jorah was Lord of Seaguard during the dance, so I'm assuming Lyman likely died before 129 AC. Jorah Mallister would support Rhaenyra Targaryen in the war and fight in her battles, though he did hesitate a little bit. Honestly, I could see him playing either man, but I do have a preference. If he's playing Lyman Mallister, that means we're getting scenes set further back in time, which is so good because it will set up the big war so much better. Starting right into the war and shortly before, I think would be a huge, huge mistake for the show, which I actually did a video on and I complained about quite a bit, and it upset some people that gave me death threats. In regards to Lyman, I'm specifically talking about the tourney at Maidenpool in 104 AC, where Lyman lays the smackdown on Criston Cole. Criston Cole is a big player in the Dance of the Dragons, and the tourney in 104 AC is when he gets his hooks in Rhaenyra Targaryen, King Viserys I's daughter. This would be a very, very, very important scene to help viewers understand the tangled relationships between the different characters. Not only that, I'm leaning towards Lyman because I want them to start much earlier in history than right before the dance, but also because this actor has jousting experience, so it seems more likely he will play Lyman as Lyman finally beats Criston in the joust. So yeah, showing this tourney would be a great way to show the beginning of Criston Cole and Rhaenyra Targaryen's relationship. The fact we also have confirmation we'll see a younger Rhaenyra in the show makes this scene happening even more likely, though I guess the younger version of Rhaenyra they cast isn't quite as young to play the girl that would be at the tourney, so maybe they're gonna cast an even younger Rhaenyra. A psychotic redhead can dream. Now, if Tony Woodhead is actually Jorah Mallister, that isn't a bad thing either. That just means we'll be having more scenes in the show with him. I wouldn't mind seeing this guy fighting in the show, but I still really want to see Tony play Lyman. Okay, maybe I would throw a tiny hissy fit if it's not Lyman Mallister. So cross our fingers for him playing Lyman and us seeing the tourney in 104 AC. Seriously, cross them, please. Okay, I'm sorry, I realized I talked way too much about that one casting, so let's move on to Solly McLeod, who's also heavily rumored to be in House of the Dragon, but who he's playing is a complete mystery. Some knight would be my guess. This casting doesn't have me too thrilled, but only because we don't know who he's playing or any hints to who he could be. But the guy does look like a Bamf warrior when done up right, so yeah. I hope he, kills some people while looking all Bamf-like. Bam, bam, bam. In not very exciting casting news, we have another Gold Cloak actor, Fernad, and he's listed as being part of House of the Dragon, and I really hope he's playing a rougher Gold Cloak under Daemon Targaryen, because he kind of looks like he could fuck some people up. Come on. I'm not trying to judge someone by how they look, but you know, I'm judging someone by how they look. In even more exciting news, a cupbearer is being played by Ryan James. And, you know, who knows the depth of said cupbearer and what he will bring to the show? The intrigue. I mean, Ryan James only films for 1 month, so I'm guessing he doesn't have a big role as maybe a sexy cupbearer, but maybe he stabs someone in, like, the 1 or 2 scenes he is in. Like, he has a cup and he's burying it, and he's like, haha, I have a knife. Besides those castings, there are heavy rumors that Gavin Spokes, Georgina Hellier, and Ramzan Mia will be in House of the Dragon, but there's really no clues who they could be playing. And because I'm already having a psychotic break, I'm just gonna guess they're playing Snarks. And maybe some Grumpkins. Oh, and I'm not sure if this excites you. People that have worked on the prosthetics for the main show are actually going to be working on this too. So if you were a fan of the prosthetics, which I thought were always really great, really well done, you're going to be seeing probably that level of quality, or if not more, now that they have it down and they have it to a science. So I'm going to keep desperately stalking the internet for any tiny bit of House of the Dragon news we have. Like, subscribe, let me know your least favorite thing about Criston Cole in the comment section down below. Mine is that he's just a total dick. I mean, like, hardcore, total dick. And not in a fun way. Oh, also, do you want it to be Jorah or Lyman Mallister? Or do you just not care and the character isn't important enough for you to be like, oh, no, I want this over this one? Also, how dare you? Every character is important.